set for evening baseball from the Big A, Angels Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's Angels baseball next on the show. Andrew Heaney gets the starting nod for the Halos. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark, and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters' meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
2-1 now to the Tribe's leadoff man. Ball even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Full count, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And there's a base hit on the line. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
I know in today's game everybody's trying to go yard, but can you look at having a better at-bat as a leadoff hitter? You take it full count, you make the pitcher work, and then you come through with a knock. Great start.
He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out. And he will hustle back to first as he thinks better of trying to move up. Now a moment here for the Indians' starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
Hey, that's just a nice get-me-over curveball there.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. But this is taken in on the warning track as the runner will tag from second. Rosario is on his way home. And the run will score as the Tribe strikes first to lead it 1-0.
Batting fourth.
Next to dig in, Franmil Reyes. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. And now the first pitch.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
A bouncer to the left side. Iglesias is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Tribe lead this one 1-0. Shane Bieber, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a lot of fun. This guy won the Cy Young Award last year in the AL, so he knows how to pitch. And one of the things he does effectively, he attacks the strike zone. And if he does that, he should be fun to watch in this one.
So stepping in is David Fletcher. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
David.
Here's the pitch.
Fletcher.
Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Fletcher is retired, and there's one away.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
1 out, bases empty. And that'll bring in the left-handed hitting John Jay. Now the first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 2 balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
In there, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. This is down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Jay will turn for second. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Wow, it looked like he was carrying a piano around the bases on that one. But somehow he makes it all the way around to third for a triple. Give credit where credit is due. Nobody in the park, including me, thought he had that in him.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Mike Trout stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
He's set, and the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Short, hit hard. Rosario brings it in. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Second inning upcoming from the Big A. Cleveland's out in front, 1-0. Striding in for the Indians, Eddie Rosario. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. swinging a soft liner, and he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Josh Naylor is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Rosario leads off second with nobody out. Behind 0-2 now. And another foul ball. Pulled toward right center field. Trout giving chase. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport. Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. No balls and one strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
So he sets him down swinging. Ben Gamble is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. As he comes up empty on a pitch right down the strike line. Lifted in the air to center. Trout has a read on it. And the inning is over. 1 left for the Tribe. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Justin Upton. First pitch on its way to Upton. The windup and the 0-1. High chopper to third. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Batting 6. The first base.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians' defensive setup today. And I'm locking in on Ahmed Rosario today, fielding the shortstop position for his team. This is a guy that's still a work in progress, a young ball player on both the offensive and defensive side, but he can wow you. This guy can go in the hole, and he's got a plus arm from shortstop.
So now to the plate, Jared Walsh. Perez is there. 2 down.
Batting 7. The catcher, Max Stassi.
So 2 out, nobody on. And the catcher, Max Stassi, will be the next to bat. First pitch of the AB now. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. They trail this one 1-0.
Welcome back to Anaheim, where the hometown Halos have given these fans a lot to cheer about from the pitching mound this season. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now here it comes. Popped him up. Walsh moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So now into the box is Ahmed Rosario. He singled in his first AB.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
0-1 the count. And the pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Crowd on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. Now here's a bouncing ball headed for Iglesias at short. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
The third baseman,
At the plate now, Jose Ramirez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And things have really unraveled on him in a hurry. He gives up a 2-out single, then he throws a wild pitch to put him into scoring position. He basically just threw a double, and he didn't even earn it.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Trout has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Indians leave 1. They lead it 1-0. Now it'll be Jose Iglesias. Lifetime in this matchup. He's 1 for 5.
the shortstop, Jose
First pitch on the way.
Iglesias.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
2-0 now. And the pitch. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Happy to have you with us here for Angels Baseball. We'll be here all season long as you take a look here at the Halos' upcoming schedule over the course of the next week. Now into the box, Dexter Fowler, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And for me, this is the side he looks more fluid from. A little more control in his swing, and it seems to lead to more consistent contact than from the right side.
And that'll get on through into center and got himself a one-out hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
To the plate now, David Fletcher down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. He went down swinging to start the home first. The 0-1 delivery. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
Fowler, base runner at first with one out. Into the corner and slicing foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
In now is John Jay, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. High in the air down the right field line. Runners are at first and second with one away. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Now to bat, Mike Trout trying here to plate the tying run from second. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. As with two away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Two men are on with two men out. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Looking up is Rosario. Gone into home bullpen for a home run. A three-run home run for Mike Trout, number 13 for him on the year, and it gives the Angels a 3-1 lead.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down one, and with one swing of the bat, they're up two. What a turnaround in this one.
In now is Anthony Rendon.
Anthony.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike two. And that's a swinging strike three in the dirt. Perez gathers, and the throw to first ends the inning. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a three-run home run. We're through three here in Southern California. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Halos. All set for the start of the fourth. And here's Franmil Reyes stepping in.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
1-0 the count. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys have been coming with some low to mid 90s heat here. 96 versus 93 as the top two speeds thus far. Next to hit is Eddie Rosario. He doubled his last time up. Popped him up. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
So 2 gone now for the Tribe here in the 4th, and the next to bat will be Josh Naylor. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Down in order go the Tribe, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Now at the plate is Justin Upton, grounded out in his last at-bat.
The left fielder, Justin Upton.
First offering. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And it's fouled away. Hit in the air to center field. Gamble is right there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman,
Up next, Jared Walsh, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, we used to have a saying right here, you would stride to the plate for this AB trying to chop wood. Not in today's game. You just want to get your bat plane on the same path of the ball. Can't continue to swing under those elevated heaters.
Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
the catcher, number 33, Max Stassi.
Next, it'll be Max Stassi, struck out in his last trip to the plate. And that's taken for strike 1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Fouled away. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm. Here comes another 0-2. Fouled off. Ready with another 0-2. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3, and it's still 3-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with a big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Number 28, Ben Gamble.
First pitch of the AB now. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Upton's under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The catcher, number 55, Roberto.
Stepping in once again is Roberto Perez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Slow little roller to third. Reined in. Throw gets him 2 down.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
First delivery to him. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Indians go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 3-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
Shortstop.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Iglesias.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. A windup and the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Hit in the air down the left field line. On the move is Rosario. And he makes the catch in the corner.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Next to stand in is Dexter Fowler. He singled first time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. The windup and the 0-1.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Again, another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. This is lined into left field, a base hit. So a solid single to left, and that gives him a multi-hit game here tonight. And we'll give you a look there at the Angels team leaders in that category, as he's been doing well, currently second on the ball club. At the plate, John Jay, as he lines it hard to the right side but out of play. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 0-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Now a soft liner to the right side, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
Here comes the 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Angels leave 1 as the lead remains 3-1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. He'll get his side started in the inning. And, Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away. But whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Lying toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And this is off the wall now for Upton out there. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Other than a home run, there aren't a whole lot of better ways to start an inning than a triple. Pretty good chance of at least getting 1 run in this inning now.
Cesar Hernandez is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. In to score the runner from third.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And he'll just step on first here to take the Shure out. And he's safe.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Now the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. In now, Eddie Rosario. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fouled away. From the stretch. Long drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we've got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher he's given up some runs. It looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired. Going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Going to miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. So now here is Ben Gamel. He flew out in his last AB. Now the first pitch goes the other way as this is lined to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
Now at the plate, here is Roberto Perez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger, as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Felix Pena trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Indians 4 and the Angels 3. Mike Trout stands in again, and his home run earlier has accounted for all of their runs so far in this one.
Mike Trout.
First pitch of the AB now. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of the zone for strike 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Counts even to Trout, 1-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
A swing and a ground ball to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 10, Justin Upton.
So 2 gone in the inning now, and here's Justin Upton. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. Fly ball right down the line and left. A 1-1 now to Upton. 1-2 now. Into the wind and the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Now to the plate, Jordan Luplow. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Jordan
First pitch of the AB now. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
The 1-1. Fouled off. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it. He's got it one away.
The batter, number 1, shortstop Ahmed Rosario.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ahmed Rosario. He made it to third on a triple in his previous appearance. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. High in the air down the right field line. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
And now in the box, Cesar Hernandez. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Now the pitch. No balls and 1 strike.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Bottom of the 7th now from Anaheim. Get up and stretch. The Indians lead it 4-3. And now for the Angels, Jared Walsh. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Jared
First delivery to him. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Hot shot to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well, if you're going to bobble the ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
High in the air out to center field. Gamble is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 4-3. Ready now is Jose Ramirez. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. Ball and no strikes. The count to Jose Ramirez. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's 0 for 4. High fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes Trout at the track. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And that's the first out of the inning.
now batting.
Tight game here. 4-3 our score as we take the opportunity to compare the performances turned in by the two starters. So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Franmil Reyes. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Fowler on the run. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Ty Buttrey gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 31.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. No balls and a strike to count. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. And it's fouled away.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. James Karinchak is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler.
The right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. Goodness. 0-2 now.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when his pitcher's missing like he is.
Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. And there are the final numbers for the Indian starter. He was great all night long.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
So now to the plate, David Fletcher. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here.
Gamble calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
The designated hitter, number 9.
Next up is John Jay. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Hit softly on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Angels are gone in order. Score holds at 4-3. So striding in to start the ninth is Ben Gamble, trying to pad their lead here before the bottom of the inning. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right side, but it's well foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back goes Fowler to the track, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he's going to make it safely, and a great start to the ninth as it's a leadoff triple.
Well, the key to hitting triples is being aggressive right out of the box. He smokes this thing to the outfield and is thinking 3 bags the whole way. And by the time they can get the ball back in, he's on his way to third with a leadoff triple.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Roberto Perez swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact is a guaranteed ribby.
Big at-bat now, and here is Jordan Luplow, though they might pitch around him here with a couple of bases empty. Line to the right side, and that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And now the runner from third scores to give them a very important insurance run.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there.
Hold that thought as this one is deep down the line in left, hooking, but it's a fair ball, home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Home run number 5 on the year as it is now 7-3. At the plate now, Cesar Hernandez. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Upton. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Digging in will be Jose Ramirez. His prior history versus this arm, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Mike Trout. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
And digging in next will be Anthony Rendon. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded slowly to the left side. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The left fielder, number 10,
Justin Upton the next to hit. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch on its way to Upton. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with 1 swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
0-1, here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB, no chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job, maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
He's got it, and he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Cleveland Indians used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Shane Bieber notches his 3rd win of the year. James Karinchak works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his 2nd. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cleveland Indians, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Angels, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.